And this is exactly why I tell people the violence doesn't work. It's what the government wants.
Exactly.
When you get violent or scary, the government can then take that, use it against you, and justify expansion because regular people say, yes, please, government, do this. When Antifa goes out and do it, the media covers it up, never talks about it, so no one knows it's happening.
But you would think if the media did talk about it, that would be a reason to fund the FBI to investigate Antifa.
Well,
so what the heck's going on?
Because Antifa is doing things that they want, I suppose. I don't know. I mean, look at the Gretchen Whitmer thing. It's like 14 FBI agents and like 2 dudes, and they try and lock them up. They want the narrative to be the far right's dangerous. They don't want the narrative to be the far left is dangerous because they want to stop Trump, things like that. Presumably, I guess.
So they're keeping Antifa in their back pocket as a militant arm of the liberal and economic order in case
I don't know,
things
man.
don't go the way that the business is moving it.
I think there's far right and far left that are kind of managed. Like they serve a purpose, both of these groups. And you'll notice the history of, COINTELPRO. There's usually federal informants in all of these, whether it's radical Islam groups. Look up the Newberg Sting documentary. It's a classic documentary.
There's people like Ray Epps we still haven't gotten answers about.
There you go.
What's he on about,
What's the
Yeah,
Newberg?
my favorite news story was a couple years ago of the ATF busting down an FBI ring because they were both undercover. And hearing stories like that, it just gives me a little bit of hope.
You ever hear that story of the dude who he created a fake grow house? He rented a house and then he put grow lights in it.
Barry Cooper.
Is that who
I
did that?
believe so.
And then what happened was he knew that the DEA and the police were doing illegal raids without warrants on grow houses. So he rents a house and he puts very powerful grow lights in it and nothing else, but live streaming cameras. Then, of course, one day they storm into the house, they break in without a warrant, and there's live streaming cameras everywhere, and there's like a sign saying you're on camera or something like that.
Yeah, I believe this was Barry Cooper. He was previously one of the top best narcotics officers in this entire country. He got multiple prestigious awards by many federal agencies, and then he just realized that the war on drugs was absolutely stupid, and he dedicated his life towards exposing how much of a con this was. And then started to do tutorial videos about how to get away with drug dealing, and literally made tutorial videos saying, okay, drug sniffing dogs do this. Make sure you do this to not get caught. So that's another interesting individual that I met previously before.
We put up a poll in the chat right now. Who is right, Crowder or Daily Wire, just to get your guys' thoughts on the whole thing that happened this week. Luke put up a poll.
I like my poll.
What does
better.
your poll say?
Well, my poll says, let me just pull it up here to see who's actually the winner here. But we need a third option here. You always need a third option. I think your option is like Democrat or Republicans. But surprisingly, it's tied. My poll is who is in the right. I have Crowder, option 1, Daily Wire, option 2, and both are status and both are wrong, option 3.
I voted
so
for that
far,
one.
3 is tied with Daily Wire, both at 36% right now.
It's tied?
Yeah. So
wow.
that vote's happening on my Twitter, Luke We Are Change, if you want to get involved in that. I personally voted for the third option, but that's just me. But let the people speak. Let the people vote.
Both
on
are
how-
statists and wrong. That was a good one.
I couldn't vote because I just didn't. I don't believe any of them are wrong.